All right, let's do this. There on the left side of your screen, you see the t-shirt design for the 2020 Global Game Jam in Nashville, Tennessee. This is update number 10 for the Global Game Jam in Nashville, Tennessee. And this guy right here is the organizer of the 2020 Global Game Jam Nashville Jam site. Where on the weekend of January 31st through February 2nd, we're all going to gather at the Wondry at Vanderbilt University and create a game in teams or alone, collaborate, experiment, whatever you'd like to do. Course of a weekend, that's your time limit. Hi there, guys. John Gill, your organizer for the Nashville Jam site, coming at you with update number 10, because we're getting closer and closer to the Global Game Jam, so these updates are going to be coming more quickly. So I want to make sure that you are up to date with all the information about what's going on in the Nash Game Dev scenes. Nobody can say we never told you so. Here I am telling you so. All right, so what's been going on with Nash Game Dev? Well, the other night, Wednesday, January 15th, 2020, we went to this event series called Who Knew? And usually what we found out, usually it's a music industry series of talks and presentations, but this one was special because it was very much geared towards gaming. We heard from Trig Entertainment about the music for their game Brig 12 that just dropped, and looking at esports and other things related to the game industry and media production here in Tennessee. So it was really interesting, and members of your Nash Game Dev board went to the event to represent and plug the Global Game Jam. So there I am. There's Toya, our vice president. There's Megan, a sponsor of the 2020 Global Game Jam. Wolfgang, president. Corey, event planner, social media. Russell, secretary. And Ross went somewhere off screen, one of the Nash Game Dev members. So it was nice to meet some people there. You know, I don't usually do well at these type of networking events. First of all, if you ever need to find me in the photo, I'm always the guy with the worst hair and the most poorly dressed. And Corey called me out on the dress. You know, I could have dressed like a hipster, like these guys right here. But I'm like, man, I am here to plug the Global Game Jam, so I'm going to wear my Global Game Jam shirt. And as soon as I walked in, I was like, oh God, I don't know anybody here. And people just started walking up to me like, hey, John, the Global Game Jam, good to see you again. Excited about it coming up. So it was great to see people actually recognize the event. And we got some plugs from the main stage for the event. And I think as a group, as a board of our nonprofit, we got a lot of good networking in that night. This event was brought on in part by the Tennessee Entertainment Commission. You can check out their site, createtn.com. Like to shout out thanks to them as a great supporter. Whoops, that slides on timing. Great supporter of the Global Game Jam itself, and that is why, in the next slide, that's why they're on the back of the t-shirt as one of the sponsors. So thank you to Corey Johns and the Tennessee Entertainment Commission for your support and everything you've been doing to really help us in our cause for making Nashville and Middle Tennessee a vibrant community of creative game development. So speaking of the t-shirt design, which I've talked about a couple times, we also want to give a shout out to sponsor JB Games. You can check out their website, JABECon.com, and also on the social medias at JABECon. They've got Let's Play videos for video games and euphonium covers. Euphonium's a tuba-like instrument. Euphonium covers video game and anime and just sort of geek media music, and always excited to see what they're making at the Global Game Jam. Excited to see what they come up with again this year. Javin from JB Games, he's done the artwork on the t-shirt. And Corey Martin of Nash Game Dev board did the sprite art, but Javin did the concept art. I'm again really happy with the way the t-shirt turned out. Okay, let me come back to you and talk about what I usually talk about at the top of every video, because to me this is still the most important. Our GoFundMe campaign, it just keeps growing and growing. Every time I make one of these videos, more people donate money. So if I have to make 100 more videos to get this thing funded, that's what I'm going to do. And so appreciative for every dollar that's been donated so far. We are at $3,171. There's always that overhanging one. That is most of the way towards our goal of $3,500. So we're just right there for the goal. And calculated this out. We have over 1,000 people in our Facebook group, and at this point we only need 6 or 7% of those people to go donate $5. That's it, $5 to this GoFundMe campaign, and then we'll be done with it. And we are seeing a lot more energy, a lot more activity with the GoFundMe, which I'm appreciative. So 24 donors so far, and again, if we have 1,000 people in our Facebook group, what is that? That's like not even 2% of the population of the video of the population that could be watching this video right now on Facebook. So we've only got 2% of our Facebook community participating, and actually most of these people, some of them are my friends on LinkedIn. We had a donor from the West Coast, so it's not even that. So I think of the 1,000 people we have in the Facebook group that will see that this video got posted to our Facebook group, again, we only need single-digit % of the people out there in that group to go and give $5 to this campaign, and then we will have this event funded. I'm also seeing a lot more shares of the GoFundMe, and that's always appreciated. If times are just really so hard that you actually can't give that $5, that's cool. Like I appreciate that situation. I've been there myself sometimes, you know, when I was in college and things like that. But the least I'd ask is take like less than 2 minutes. The link will be in the video description. Click on that link, then click on that share button and put that on your social media. We have the documented research from GoFundMe that actually does help get campaigns funded when they are shared on social media. So please, at the very least, help us out with that. Again, 35 shares, that's great. I love it. That's 3.5% of all the people in the Facebook group that could be watching this video right now. Okay, next item of business. Thanks to these individual donors, that's what's made the difference of about $80 or so between my last video and this one. So I want to thank individual donors, Tammy Atkinson, Levi Kennedy, 2 more anonymous donors, anonymous donor number 4, anonymous donor number 5, and Jake Pierce, the Grizz, threw down for a donation. So again, thank you guys so much. Our social media coordinator and event planner, Corey Martin, he's been really pushing for it in the Facebook group for donations. Thank you, Corey. And I think part of that helped to bring these people to the GoFundMe campaign to donate. And thank you all so much. The individual donors so far, together as a collective, have raised as much money as if we had a t-shirt level sponsor. So it shows this whole crowdfunding, you know, everybody pitching in and participating. It shows that it works for getting this event funded. And when I say we have to get this event funded, like I'm not making these videos and saying that just for fun or as a joke or that I'm kidding. Like, I'm serious. These are the expenses on the screen we've spent so far. This is real money put down on about $2,000 of expenses to bring this event to Nashville. And we do need to hit that funding goal to be able to have the amount of food and snacks and drinks and other supplies that we want to have to keep this event running efficiently and to let you all focus on what's important over the event, which is making a game. So help us out with that $5 contribution. Go to the GoFundMe page. Link will be in the video description and click on that. $5. Again, like a little more than 5% of the 1,000 people in our Facebook group just need to give $5. We're done. I can talk about other things in these videos. Some of the sponsors out there are also helping us with the fundraising, not only with their contributions as sponsors, but also helping to build that energy and that synergy on social media. So Global Game Jam sponsor Giant Scam has this offer they put out on Twitter the other day. that if you donate $10 or more to the GoFundMe campaign, and there's the link right there, and send them a screenshot on Twitter at Giant Scam, then they will write a poem about you. Now, despite the name, I can assure you, it's not a scam. It is a hashtag legitimate company. So take Giant Scam up on their offer, $10 or more, send them the photo of your donation on Twitter, get a poem about you. I mean, that's a great deal. We're offering old t-shirts for $5 donations and above, but this may be a better deal right here. Okay, some of the other cool things I want to show you. Let me get out of the way. This is a diagram I made for our check-in process when we're checking people in at the 2 tables we'll have at the entrance. And I'll go over the procedure for you attendees in a later video, but what's really important right now is if you see the smiley faces where I've got initials, that's someone who has signed up to volunteer to work that position. But I've got 2 runners and a greeter and a lot of other people for carrying boxes and cleaning up and things like that, other work that needs done, and it needs volunteers to sign up for it. So the link for the volunteer sign up will also be in the video description. This signup.com service is pretty neat because we just list the shifts and the work that we need done, unload stuff, check-in table, clean up, and all you gotta do is click sign up right there. You don't have to make an account with them or anything like that. It's a free service, and then you can tell what positions are open and what you can sign up for. And it's really easy system and efficient system to use. So again, it would take you less than 60 seconds to click on the link in this video description for the signup.com registration to be a volunteer at the Game Jam. And I am very much happy to sign off on volunteer hours that I know a lot of students need for graduation requirements. We've done that before. I'm happy to just bring those forms with you, and after the end of your shift, we sign off on it. I'll be there the whole weekend. Okay, so volunteer, and also very important, we gotta get people registered. If you are on site participating in the jam that weekend, if you think you just want to come try it out for a day and see if you like it or not, whatever, everybody on site needs to register using the Eventbrite link that is in this video description. We need you to agree to abide by the code of conduct set forward by the Global Game Jam, the big international event, and anyone under the age of 18 needs to be accompanied by a parent or guardian at all times, so that's why we ask for ages on that form. So go out there, get registered if you have not already. So like I said, I'm going to have more videos coming more frequently as we get closer and closer to January 31st when we kick off the 2020 Global Game Jam in Nashville. That's all I've got for you today. I will see you guys in another one of those future update videos.